Hello everyone and welcome to the Williams TopsTV community. I'm your host, and together we're going to dive into the exciting world of the 10 bizarre hybrid animal that actually exist. We all know that mixing animal breeds is a common thing among us. We do it to create genetic variety and obtain truly unique and amazing new specimens. The results of these mixes can be quite shocking, giving life to hybrid breeds with incredible characteristics, such as larger size, different coats, and more strength. Number 10. Burdegano. The animal you see on the screen is the result of crossing a male horse with a donkey and is called Burdegano. It is essential to distinguish it from the mule, which comes from the cross between a mare and a donkey. Mules are usually larger, stronger, and more resistant than Burdeganos. Aside from this difference, it is important to understand that creating these animals is a complicated process. Only 1 in 7 donkeys can give birth to a Burdegano when crossed with a horse. This is because they share more genes from the mother. Although their appearance and size resemble those of a donkey, they have certain traits inherited from their sire, such as the ears and long ponytail. In terms of reproduction, it is crucial to note that Burdeganos are sterile. This is due to the difference in the number of chromosomes between their parents, which makes them unable to reproduce with each other. The only way to obtain one of these specimens is by tricking the horse into mating with a donkey or by using artificial insemination. Number 9. Beefalo. Meet the beefalo, a surprising combination of a domestic cow and an American bison. If you have ever wondered about the origin of this curious name, the answer lies in the fusion of the English words beef and buffalo. This hybrid made its appearance accidentally around 1750 in the southern United States. However, it took a century before it began to be intentionally bred to take advantage of the qualities of both animals to obtain a greater quantity of quality meat. Beefalo meat has less cholesterol and fat compared to meat from traditional cattle. But that's not all. These animals are also more resistant to diseases and extreme climates. In addition to having easier births, beefalo cattle breeding is thus more effective and less complicated, especially in challenging times for farmers. And there are more advantages, since these hybrids are fertile and can reproduce with each other, ensuring the existence of several generations with only a few specimens. However, not everything is perfect, as beefalos have an insatiable thirst and can consume up to 45 liters of water in a single day and can dry up wells and ponds in a very short time. Number 8. Leopon. The Leopon is an incredible feline that is born when a leopard and a lioness interbreed. Just imagine, when it grows up, it has the head of a lion and the rest of the body similar to a leopard's. It's really amazing. Leopons are bigger than leopards but weigh about the same as lions. They have a sort of small mane on their head and fuzzy spots on their body. They love to climb trees and enjoy splashing in water. However, females sometimes have trouble deciding whether they want to live alone like leopards or in groups like lions. The first known Leopon was born in India in 1900. After that, many zoos in different countries tried to make more Leopons, but the cubs did not live long and could not have babies. So unfortunately, they could not breed more Leopons that way. The scientific community was very critical of these attempts, and nowadays such massive crosses are no longer done. Therefore, there are no Leopons alive today. Number 7. Cebrallo. I'm sure you've wondered if it's possible for a horse and a zebra to have a baby together. And yes, it's actually possible. The result of mixing these two animals is known as a Cebrallo. I think the name speaks for itself. In order for a Cebrallo to be born, a male zebra needs to be crossed with a mare. This ensures that the baby looks more like the mother. These beings look almost identical to horses, only a little smaller and with the famous zebra stripes, which can cover some parts of their body or almost all of it. And I assure you that those stripes make them look super cool. As for their behavior, they are similar to zebras, which means they are quite wild and complicated to train. Cebrallos have a bit of a difficult character and can be strong and even aggressive, so only experts should deal with them. Nowadays, this crossbreeding is mainly done in the United States by horse lovers looking to have rare and very striking mounts. And believe me, they succeed with flying colors. Number 6. Zubron. This is a Zubron, a cross between a common cow and a European bison. They are not as big as the huge bison, but they are robust and heavy. Males can weigh about a ton and females about 800 kilograms. They are super strong, live a long time, and hardly ever get sick. The idea of creating this breed was to replace normal cows in difficult times when raising cattle was complicated. The first recorded crossbreeding was done by Leopold at the end of the 19th century, but it was after World War I that these animals became popular. In those difficult times, they were a good solution to problems in cattle breeding. However, despite all the cool advantages they have, there is a problem. The males are almost always sterile, which means that it is very difficult to have more Zubrons without making new crosses. For this reason, there are very few of these animals today. Number 5. Bengal cat. This is no ordinary cat. It is a Bengal cat. It is a breed of domestic cat that was formed when a normal cat was crossed with a leopard cat. It all started in 1963 in the United States, when people helped make this happen. The idea was to create cats that were like pets, but looked like leopards. And boy, did they succeed. They are big, muscular, strong cats. A male Bengal cat can weigh up to 9 kilograms, while females usually weigh half that. They have different patterns and colors in their fur, but what makes them most special is their striped fur, which is like that of leopards. Owning one of these cats is not cheap though. It can cost between $500 and $2,500. Despite being playful and affectionate, we cannot forget that in their family there are wild cats, so they are curious and full of energy. They are good hunters, and like leopards, they love water and swimming, something that is not very common in cats. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe. We also invite you to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Number 4. Savannah cat. The Savannah cat is an interesting cross between a normal house cat and a rowan, a wild feline that looks like cats but is much larger. Because of this, Savannahs are the largest domestic cats in existence, and many people love them because they are so special and there aren't many of them. If you were wondering, these cats can weigh over 20 kilos when they grow up. They are really huge. It is thought that this mix started to be made in the late 1990s, and in 2001 it was officially recognized as a breed. But the first known case of a Savannah cat was in 1986, when someone named Judy Frank crossed a male cat with a Siamese cat, and the result was a cute cat that looked like a house cat but much larger. The cat you see on the screen is a pure Savannah, but they can actually have different patterns and colors in their fur. Although only those with rowan-like spots are accepted by an association called the International Cat Association. Number 3. Geep. Meet the Geep, a curious hybrid between a sheep and a goat. Although he doesn't have an official name, he is commonly called that. Imagine this peculiar friend appears when a sheep and a goat decide to be affectionate with each other. However, it is very uncommon for a baby from this union to be born alive, which makes these Geep really rare to see. This happens because their parents are from different families of similar animals, which creates problems during the baby's growth in the womb. But the lucky few that manage to be born have a curious mix of characteristics from both parents. In their early stages of life, they look really adorable. However, they are sometimes rejected by both sheep and goats, and the saddest thing is that they are unable to have babies of their own. Since 2000, only very few cases of Geep born alive have been recorded. Even in 2018, a pair of twins born on a farm in Ireland was known. The latest Geep born, named Spring Rose, is healthy and living peacefully in the United States. Number 2. Ligre. Let's talk about a powerful and amazing mix, the Ligre. This is the result of a male lion and a female tiger. Imagine that these two different species can have babies that, to everyone's surprise, are even bigger and stronger than African lions. Male Ligres can measure up to 3.5 meters, not counting the tail, and weigh almost 400 kilos. Females are a bit smaller, but just as menacing and dangerous. Do you know why they are so huge? It's because the control of their growth is inherited differently. Lionesses transmit that control and tigers do it differently. Since the Ligre does not follow these rules, it can grow very large compared to its parents. Although there is a curious detail. Their paws do not grow as much as the rest of their body, so when they are old, they could have problems walking because they would not support their weight. Number 1. Cama. If you've ever wondered if a camel and a llama could have a baby together, the answer is yes, they can, and this peculiar crossbreed is called a Cama. Of course, keep in mind that these two animals cannot mate naturally due to their size difference, so to achieve this, the help of artificial insemination is needed. The result of this mixture is a small hybrid, which is actually smaller than a llama. It does not have the hump of the camel, but it does have a similar tail and llama-like legs. These babies are usually quite healthy. Within a few years, they grow up and begin to interact more with llamas than camels. In addition, it is thought that they may be able to have babies of their own, as their parents have the same number of chromosomes. Although not fully confirmed, if it were possible, the Cama could become very popular in some areas of the Middle East and South America. This is because they could provide meat, wool, and could also be surprisingly good at carrying loads. And so we conclude our tour through the 10 bizarre hybrid animals that actually exist. Until next time.